What is going on, everybody? This video is going to be on a forgotten game on Steam. This game is called Knights of Honor, and I have the HD edition patch that is free installed also to make it 1080p 1920 by 1080. And this game was originally developed 2004, 2005, depending on where you're at in the world as to what year it was released. North America was released 2005 by Black Sea Studios and published by Sunflower Studios. Since then, Black Sea Studios has been bought, I think just a couple years after this game was bought by Crytek, the creators of CryEngine, Far Cry, and the Crysis series. Sunflower, I was thinking it was bought by Ubisoft. The Steam page says that the game was published by Paradox, so I'm not quite sure on that one, but either way, it really doesn't matter. This is the game once you install the HD patch, which will be in the description. This game on Steam is normally $10. I think I got it, I want to say 4 years ago for $2.50 or something like that in one of the sales. This game, though, is one of the best RTSs I've ever played, and it actually really surprised me that I didn't hear of this game back when it first came out, because I was so into RTSs at that time. The Stronghold series, the Age of Empires series. I was into so many different RTSs, the Command and Conquers even. But I never really heard of this game until I saw it on the Steam sale, and I am so glad I picked it up. This is the best RTS game I have ever played, and once we get into some footage here in a minute, I'll show you why I think that, or tell you why I think that. Here in the main menu, you can play online. I mean, it's all GameSpy, or you have to know someone with the game. Your preferences, credits, and the campaign. Alright, over here on this side, we've got your create a character, and it gives you an option of a whole lot of different titles to be called. Like, they really put a lot of time into this, even just for your character. Change your picture, and they're all presets. Can't upload your own. I'm sure there's a way to put it in the files for what they all look like, but anyway, going in the campaign, I'll just load the last one I had open. So this game is different than any RTS I've ever played. This game almost combines like the kind of feel of a turn-based game, like a Civilization type game. You get your overview map, and it's all of Europe, Northern Africa, and a little bit of Western Asia. Not much of it, just a little bit of it. Going down through, you can see all the different countries. If I go back out, you have when you start a new game, you can choose where you want to start. Alright, so play campaign. There's 3 different eras you can start in, and depending on the era, the early era, high era, or late era, it's either 1000, 1200, or 1350. You can see the countries change throughout that. The later you go, the more countries there are. I usually just play early because I like playing as East Anglia. Don't really know why. But you start a game then, and it's sort of like a Europa kind of feel to the game, but it's not as in-depth. This is more of a basic kind of feel. So like, you got your overview map, you can stroll around, you can see the borders of each territory that you own, and as you expand, the areas obviously will grow. In order to expand, you have to take over other people's castles. To do that, start off by building training grounds, start training troops, so on and so forth. And as the game goes on, then you take over a lot of places. Before I reinstalled Windows, I did a fresh install of Windows. Before I did that, playing as East Anglia, I had all of the UK and France taken over at that point. Unfortunately, I completely forgot to save my game, so I can't show you that. But I'm thinking about doing a play series through here anyway. Anyway, show some more detail of the game. Get back into the save so we can actually get into some battles. I'm pretty sure... I haven't played it in a couple months, and I'm pretty sure this campaign in a couple months. But I am pretty sure I was at war with someone, and if I'm not, I can very quickly be at war with someone. You have this whole little icon panel down here. You can see the different countries, and it gives you by color. Next icon is by relation, so anything that's like the yellowish is like neutral. Right now I'm neutral with most of the world, the known world. Green is friendly towards. I'm friendly towards Ireland, Lotham, Lothan, and Normandy. And any of them that have this little symbol here, like the money looking symbol, means we have a trade agreement. You can have trade agreements with anyone. The Two Swords is an alliance. So you can go in here. Or it's a pact of non-aggression. Pact of non-aggression is the Two Swords, and then the scroll, that's the alliance. Alright, so if you look, right now I'm playing as Camelot. I've got northern Scotland, or I think it's the Highlands in here. And then most of southern England right now. And so if I go, I'd have to break agreements. So it is somewhat strategic, like Europa, where you have to like plan out politics, but it's not as in-depth. So you go in here, and if I go in order to attack them, because I have a trade agreement with Wales, I have to break agreements. Doing that lowers my kingdom power, which is up here, and it also makes other countries angry at me. So any countries that Wales would be friendly with, which actually is no one, but if they were friendly with anyone, it would hurt my relation with the other countries as well. Got like a sort of in-depth political system, but not nearly as in-depth as like a Europa. Alright, so Brittany. Except that I can go in here. Have agreements with them? I do have a trade agreement. Okay. They're allies with Germany, so I don't want to attack them, because if I attack them, Germany's going to get very angry at me, and Germany is a very large country at this point. So let's see. Alright, I have no agreements with Lyon. Go in here, declare war. And then when it comes time for a peace treaty 2, you can go in here, you can demand tribute, you can offer tribute, or have a white peace where neither side gives up anything. I go back, this view.
As you conquer, I will build.
Yes. Alright, that's my builder. Here we go. Commander. So this royal court up here, it's all your different people you can hire. Right now I've got a priest, 3 merchants, and then 5 knights. You can only have 10 total. Kind of sucks, but probably a good thing. Kingdom power, you can increase it by spending gold on it or by just doing good stuff in the game.
What is your wish? Board ships. Let's march. Alright,
so in order to sail, you go to these docks and villages in your territory. Actually, really any territory. I could go up to Wales and go to this dock here if I wanted to. I just have to watch and make sure Wales wouldn't get angry that I was crossing their land. So anyway, we're going to go down to Lyon and attack. I'm going to show you the in-depth attacking system it has. It's not just like an overview attack. I mean, it's a lot more in-depth than that. There's actually strategy to it. And so I'll be back once my ships get down there. Okay, so actually while they're going, I'm going to talk about a couple of things. Kingdom power. Basically the higher it goes from -5 to 5. Start off at 0. The higher it is, the more power your kingdom has, obviously. What that does for you is go to kingdom rankings. There's the most powerful kingdoms. Obviously, I'm not on there yet. I'm still too small. Go by largest kingdoms, the best military strength, money, which I should be pretty close to. Yep, right there. I just popped on the list. When it comes to the treasury, that's not what I wanted. There it is. Kingdom wealth. That's what I was looking for. Come in here. Shows your piety, your books, then your wealth, your income. You can see right here, kingdom power +4. It gives you extra tax income just for being like a powerful kingdom. Like I'd take this to no taxes, and then I would get a plus 10% bonus for being like religious. I would get plus 90, plus 4 kingdom power, so an extra 93. So I'd charge no taxes at all and still make 126. Basically revenue, which I'm gonna lose money at that. Actually, I'm not. I'm gaining money at that. Okay. So you can take it back to low taxes, extreme taxes. War tax is it's like a once per so often you can do. I don't know the exact timing of it, but you can only do it once in a while. Anyway, here we are at Lyon. This castle looks fairly empty. There is a small wall around it, but it should be pretty easy to get around that. Send my troops up to siege it. You can siege it. If there is a wall, you can siege it and wait till they run out of crops, run out of food before you attack.
You have increased your kingdom power.
Yeah, they don't have a wall, so go to push assault. This guy gets there. I'll lead. If you don't want to go in and do the battle, take command of the battle totally. Look at this screen here, which I guess it's didn't actually do that. Alright, so if I retreat
We have lost a battle.
from that so I can actually go into the battle. I thought it was going to let me go in after that.
To battle and
Alright, so you go in here. Alright, so that's good acknowledgement or good like resources already that you can find out. Find out their piety, how much gold this town makes, the books they have, the workers, the food they have, and the rebellious state, which goes clear up to 100. They're at 4%. Alright, so this time I'll lead. Takes you into this battle scene. It's actually quite detailed. I mean, for an older game, I mean, it looks as good, I would think, honestly, better than any of the old Stronghold or Age of Empires games graphically. Takes you into this, and wow, I start real close. But you can see they're going to go ahead and start attacking. And then any minute now, oh, I'll just have to call him in. And then any minute he'll show up, and he'll help me also. These guys, you can attack them, you can attack them. Let my archers keep on attacking. Save these guys as backup. And this cavalry unit, that's your knight. If your knight dies, you lose the battle. So if you're attacking another knight, if you kill the knight, then your enemies will all surrender and flee. That's kind of how that works. Wait, how'd they get one behind us? Maybe he retreated. Yeah, he must have. Okay. So then, come here and organize your units. Left clicking, organize them as wide or as bunched as you want. Alright, the other troops arrived. Click on him. This is my other troop then. They came at the other side of the town, which is drawing a lot of the army town defense to them. I'll come down here, try to help him out because he's about to get hit real quick. I'm gonna move him back so I can get to my ballistas. Move them up to attack. Alright, these guys here. I'm gonna move all of these guys in together. I don't want my knight to be left alone.
squads deploy here.
Take him then, put him right there. Okay, don't push out too far.
This ground looks good. This ground looks Take good. Position here. Choose your target. Fire!
So it kind of does the both, where it's like the whole Total War kind of battle scene, or the Age of Empires kind of battle scene. At the same time, it gives you the overview map, like a civilization type game, turn-based type game. I think it's a good mix of both, but it doesn't have the intense politics that some of the other RTS games have. Oh no, they're gonna die. Maybe they won't. There. You guys get over there. So anyway, this is a review of Knights of Honor. My opinion, the most underplayed game, RTS game, not only on Steam, but like pretty much ever. This game is so good, and yet it was so underrated. I know a lot of people did play it, but it was way underrated for what it was. I mean, it was a revolutionary concept in the RTS community that never really got acknowledged to the extent that it should have. So this is just a quick review of the game. I love the game. I have put in something like 175 or 200 hours. Like, I have had it for 3 years. It's not a game I play a ton, but it is a game I play a lot. I go through moods where all of a sudden I'll just sit down and I'll play this game for hours and hours and hours on end. But I do that with pretty much any strategy game. I do through spurts where, alright, I want to play some strategy game now, or alright, I want to play some FPS now, or whatever, and I go back and forth between the different genres. Anyway, this is a game I highly recommend, especially if it's on sale. I mean, if it's on sale, it's usually on sale for $249, $250, something like that. Highly recommend it. And anyone wants to play and has this game online, shoot me a message. We'll do some online play. And y'all have a good one.